Yo, we got him. We actually got him. Lamont Roach set to be stripped of his title, and if he loses to Pitbull Cruz, he will no longer be a champion. We got to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. Listen, I got some news for you guys. You guys turn to me for the news when it comes to boxing. I appreciate you. Made this graphic for you. You see it. Lamont Roach outweighs Pitbull Cruz, but they both made weight. So we have a fight. This is for an interim title fight, right? Good fight. Looking forward to it. Pitbull, I've already made a weigh-in video, but I'll just go over it real quick. Pitbull weighed in at 138.6. Lamont Roach, a pound heavier, 139.6. Good fight. Both fighters made the weight. Again, check out my weigh-in video. Roach, he looks bigger than Pitbull. Pitbull, Pitbull's never been stopped before, so should be a good fight. Roach says he feels he could stop Pitbull, so that would be a statement. However, and I wanted you guys to know this, Lamont Roach has been stripped of his title. Boom, you see it, right? So let me explain it. I wrote a caption. I'll just read it. Stripping Lamont Roach to be stripped of his WBA title at 130 pounds when he steps foot in the ring with Isaac Pitbull Cruz tonight. Jazza Dickens will likely become the new superweight heavyweight champion as a result of this, and he will defend that title in Japan against Tsunami or whatever this dude's name is. Boom. So he fought Tank Davis, and that was at 135. He had a draw with that, but he hasn't fought at 130, and now he's getting ready to fight against Pitbull Cruz, as I mentioned, at 140 pounds. So as a result, inactivity as a champion, not fighting in the weight class, they decided to strip him. Pretty customary, all right? At the end of the day, it is what it is. This week is looking like a strip club, Magic City, because Terrence Crawford got stripped for a completely different reason by a completely different sanctioning body, right? And I've already made a report about that. Now you have Lamont Roach stripped. So there's been a decent amount of movement in boxing. Roach stripped, Crawford stripped, and Stephen Coolboy Fulton missed weight. So a good amount of stuff going on in the world of boxing. Somebody says, Detroit, see you, Ego. Keep the new ish coming. Do that Triple G voiceover got for me. Oh, wow. Y'all tripping on that. Hell no, guys. Have Max. Nah. Shout out to the D. Shout out to Detroit, yo. Yeah. There's many ways to support the channel. Shout out to everybody. I've seen people in the Cash App, super chats, super thanks, and likes and shares. All that stuff helps the channel continue to build and evolve and grow. Give you guys the news like this one here. My thoughts, I don't really have any thoughts. Lamont Roach, you don't fight at the division 130. I don't even know if he can make 130 anymore. So it might have been a decision like that. Like, I don't know if he can really make 130. He outweighing Pitbull Cruz. So can he really even make the weight class? That's a kind of a bigger question. Can he even make the weight anymore? So the division has to move on, and the WBA, they did what they did. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, if he does not beat Pitbull Cruz for the WBC interim title at 140 pounds, he won't be a champion. So Lamont Roach had better win versus Pitbull Cruz, because after the Tank fight, he been talking a lot. So you fought Tank, didn't become a champion. Tank retains his belt through a draw. Then you're having an opportunity with Pitbull Cruz. Nice opportunity. If you don't win here, you don't get the WBC interim belt, and you just got stripped of your belt at 130 pounds. So it's about to get real ugly if Lamont Roach does not win. He needs to win here, period, because he been streaming. And for real, I don't know Lamont Roach. Never met the dude. But this is the problem with these young fighters. There are a lot of these young fighters, they want, I've said it for years. I came up with the quote and people stole the quote and flipped it and tried to redo it. But what I said from the beginning reigns supreme. Everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the Pretty Boy Floyd stages, period. And it's even worse because we live in a technologically advanced time of social media, where in social media, I can make a video and get it out to you in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, for real, because I'm a master of my craft. But as long as I do the video, put the titles in and stuff, I can get out to you real quick. There's never been a time in history, like you can't go to the 18th century in the 17th century and got a message across the world. Like, I got people in Japan that rock with me. I got truck drivers that drive all around the continental U.S. and listen to Boxing Ego. You dig? So that was never a thing before. So there are some advantages there, but there's also disadvantages because too much information that isn't true, you can also spread that quickly. That's why I tell y'all, be careful. There's a lot of low quality content in boxing, a lot of clickbait and people spreading the wrong messages, or it not even just lies, but that's part of it. The other angle is their opinions are whack. You know what I mean? People got whack opinions about boxing, and y'all did it with Tank, and it's so funny. I control these dudes' emotions. These beta males be like, oh, Ego, you're in love with Tank, but they never focus on what I said in the video and prove me wrong. So it just proves me right, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's how that works. If you really wanted to do something, prove me wrong. Y'all lied and said Tank was a weight bully for fighting Lamont Roach, and now he's not even fighting at 130. He's about to get stripped of his belt at 130, and he's fighting at 140, higher than the weight class that Tank even fight at. And he's outweighing a guy in Pitbull Cruz that's been fighting at 140, or at least has a couple fights at 140. Rolly Ramiro, who's now a champion at 47, and also Pitbull ended up fighting Rayo at 140, yada, yada, yada. So how you outweighing him by a pound? I get it. You may weight, cool. You're a professional in that regard. Props to you. But at the end of the day, y'all tried it. Y'all tried to make it like Lamont Roach was a small dude that Tank had to get an advantage on, and come to find out he bigger than Tank. He fighting at 140. And again, he gonna need a win here, because if he don't have a belt. But live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new. But even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.